Hey, my village, I'm back. Now, the next question is how to follow up with what is niche. The next question I get is how do you find your niche? This is something that you really have to think deeply about. I'm going to give you 10 tips that may help, or like a step to step approach to being able to discover your niche. So, finding your coaching niche involves a combination of self assessment, marketing research, and experimentation. So the first one would be the self assessment. So you have to reflect on your strengths. Um, that's how you know like what your expertise is. So you have to reflect on your strengths, your skills, your passion, and experiences. Because what coaches do, they help people solve problems that they have mastered, to eliminate them going through the things that they went through. What topics or areas that you most are knowledgeable in. You got to think about what do you enjoy doing. Consider your professional and personal background. So, what could you do or talk about, no matter if you're getting paid for it or not? And it's a topic that you could just go on and on about to be able to educate people. That's part of your self assessment. Number two is identify your client's needs. So, once you niche down, you're identifying what's a problem that your ideal client have that you want to solve. So, research the coaching market to identify gaps or areas of high demand. What problems do people commonly need help with? And where can your expertise make a significant impact? Those are three questions that you can ask yourself. Well, two questions that you can ask yourself to be able to figure out what area you want to niche down in. The next one is narrow down. So, based on your self assessment and market research, narrow down your options to a few potential niches. Consider the ones that align with your strengths and the needs of the potential client. They both have to match. They both have to match. There's no other way around it. You can't teach on something you don't really have experience in or don't know about, just because it's a popular niche. Please don't do that. Please don't do that, because I hate when people become business coach and they never had a business. What could you teach me? You never done it before. We're learning together. Mm-mm. It affects your integrity, everything, and you're doing it for money. It's not genuine. Number four, test and validate. So before committing fully, test your chosen niche. Offer free sessions or low cost coaching to clients within your chosen niche. This allows you to gauge interest and gather feedback. I did this in the beginning. I would give free coaching sessions just to test out certain things because I was like a family and parenting coach, and I would help people with like different family issues and stuff like that. But it was just too wide of a niche. Then that's when I started doing co-parenting only in the beginning, and along the way, as I gained more expertise, more degrees, more experience, more training, then I started adding different things that I would help parents with, like time management, work-life balance, healing childhood trauma, um, breaking generational curses and stuff like that. But you have to start from somewhere, and you can test it out by giving free sessions. Don't give no weeks of sessions and stuff like that. I used to give 15-minute sessions to ask questions and be able to see what people that I attracted were going through, so I can know what type of programs or services to offer. That's how I discovered and wrote my first ebook. A lot of parents were dealing with their kids with child behavioral issues. So I wrote an ebook about it. The fifth thing is refine your niche. So based on your testing phase, refine your niche if necessary. So adjust your focus based on what resonates most with your clients and where you feel the most passionate. Um, Coaching it is passionate. It's a very passionate and it's a personal thing. Like it gives me life. My clients give me life. I'm giving them life and helping them with their life, and they're helping me as well because it's a passion. It's something I love doing. It's something I could do whether I'm getting paid for or not. But you have to have a passion for it, and something that's not going to have you stressed out, because that's not your ideal client and that's not your expertise. If it has you stressed and confused and things like that, you got to look and read all the signs and the red flags. Number 6, your target audience. So define your target audience within within the chosen niche. Consider demographics, interests, and specific needs of this group. That's why I deal with parents. I don't deal with like different demographics per se, but I know I deal with parents who struggle to co-parent and be able to coexist. It don't matter what color you are. I don't discriminate. But there are some people that specifically only work with women. Like I had a femininity coach. Of course, she's not going to teach men how to be feminine, but she was a femininity coach, so her audience was just women. But you got to really think about those things. The 7th one is craft your message. I always talk about your elevator pitch, your 60-second elevator pitch. You have to craft it. And if you look back in a few other videos, I have a lot of, I did it a few times where I gave you the formula for the 60-second elevator pitch. Develop a clear and compelling message that communicates what you offer to your target audience. Highlight how your expertise addresses their unique challenges or goals. For example, my greeting and my elevator pitch is always, I help parents break generational curses, heal from childhood trauma, co-parent successfully, and master time management, work-life balance to raise mentally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally healthy kids. On the business side, I say, I help coaches identify their ideal client to be able to create content, products, and services to gain income in their business. It should be quick, concise, what you do, what you solve, who you solve it for, and that's it. But craft your message to where someone asks you what you do. It shouldn't take a long explanation. You should be able to just say what you do, who you help, what problem you help them resolve, and that's it. And who are you? Number 8, marketing strategies. So tailor your marketing efforts to reach your chosen niche. Use appropriate channels, content, and messaging to attract potential clients who are a good fit. If you're struggling with like content creation for your niche and the market that you're in, I have a digital ebook in my Stan store, or it's available on my website if you go to Monique Atkins Coaching, or go to stan.store/Monique Atkins Coaching. There is a content ebook where I teach you how to build content. It don't matter what type of business you have. It's easy to create content as long as you know who your ideal client is. That's why you have to lock in on who you serve, because that's the only way you'll be able to survive and know who you're trying to sell to. But it's only $10, I believe, $9.99. Go ahead and get it. Download the digital product. It's a PDF, and it takes you step by step on how to create and build content. Number 9 is continuous learning. So stay up to date on trends and develop within your niche. Continuously improve your skills and knowledge to provide the best possible coaching. I started off when I was first started my business. I had a bachelor's degree. It was a year after I had my bachelor's degree, and then I started while I was in grad school. Actually, I was in grad school, and I was a research psychology major. In my first year in grad school, I discovered with studying psychology what a life coach was, and that's when I was so drawn to life coaching, because I was like, I don't want to be a therapist or a social worker or anything like that, or a counselor or psychiatrist. I wanted to help people, but I didn't know how, but I did want to do it in the psych field. And that's when I discovered life coaching, and I started my business. I dropped out of grad school at the time, took a 2.5-year break before I went back and got my master's of science in psychology with emphasis in life coaching. So I'm trained in all these different niche in life coaching, and have a master's degree in it. But you have to continue education. No matter how long I've been a coach, it's been over 6 years. I still take courses. I have a coach. Every coach have a coach. You have a coach for each level, because you got to know how to be able to talk to and communicate with people, how to question, how to pull things out of your potential client when you're coaching them. You got to be able to get results, and that takes skills. And you have to keep your skills up to date. You have to be able to have those questioning skills, listening skills, because those are big things that you need to be a coach. You got to be able to listen. You got to be able to read through the lines and listen through the lines. You got to be able to hear what they're not saying. And you can't solely depend on your intuition, even though very empathic, hypersensitive, and very intuitive. I can sense when people are not saying what they need to say in order for me to help them get the results they need to get. But you got to tap into those things and strengthen those things, even if it's spiritual gifts that you have to strengthen. You have to do what you got to do to be able to get results for your clients. So the last one is feedback loops. So keep collecting feedback from your clients to ensure you're meeting their needs effectively. Use this feedback to refine your approach and keep evolving within your niche. So remember that finding the right niche might take some time and experimentation, so don't rush it. Not everybody know their clear niche right off the back, and sometimes they transition into a different one. They change, they relaunch their business, they revamp everything. But it's okay to adjust your focus as you learn more about what works best for you and your client. So that's all I got for you, as far as like how to discover your niche and what work you need to do on your own to be able to discover that. And if you need help with that, I do have a program where I help you launch your empire and be able to do all this, discover your niche, build your signature package, content, products, and services. And you work with me for about 12 weeks to be able to build your whole coaching business without having to go through the struggle of figuring it out on your own. If you're ready to become a coach and you're ready to start your coaching business, you can book a sales call with me, because again, I screen all my clients. We got to make sure that I'm a good fit for you, you're a good fit for me. So we do have to have a breakthrough call. No one can just purchase my services without talking to me first and making sure that we are good for each other, because I don't care what amount of money you're offering. Everybody is not your ideal client. So click the link in the bio and go ahead and book you a call. Until next time, Coach Mo out.